Hi, Aquarius. So, as you guys may not know, I'm an Aquarius. So, this reading is. I'm excited about this reading. Looks like we already had one pop out. Oh, actually, two popped out. Okay. What I was gonna say is that some people were annoyed in the Sagittarius reading that I was tapping the cards too loudly. So I'll try to be more aware of that because I don't want to, when I go like this, that's usually just how I do readings, but I'm trying to be more conscious of that just for audio purposes. But anyway, let me line these up. Okay, so let's just chat here for a minute. There's a lot of physical and mental ailments that we've been going through. Last month was rough. A lot of internal struggles, a lot of pain, a lot of where the fuck is my life going? A lot of changes that were confusing but necessary. And the mental battle has been crucial. Crucial for us to learn to take, we're so in our heads all the time. So to learn to take control of that, we need help sometimes. And by help, I mean counseling, sometimes medication, sometimes, if you're the kind of person that can just smoke some weed and feel better, that's great. But sometimes as Aquarians, we get too stuck in our heads and too depressed, anxious, and we don't necessarily like to tell everybody about that. But what we do is that we express it in different ways. Sometimes we can get angry. Sometimes we can lash out at people that are really close to us. And, people don't necessarily take that very well with Aquarians, because even though we are very, naturally nice and, friendly people, we do tend to lash out. But anyway, just personally, and I think with all Aquarians, last month was pretty terrible. But let's see this month what we have so far. Okay? So let's talk about it. Two of Swords. Oh, can't grab it. I gotta slide it. These nails, man, I'm telling you. Alright. Two of Swords. Ready for a battle, but in our heads, right? We're blind to the surroundings. We're blind to necessarily why we're so anxious and depressed and feeling these really deep emotions. But we're ready for the battle, And this is a good card, honestly, because this is telling us that even though we can't necessarily see what our problems are, we can seek help and enlightenment to fix them. Alright? So this is where this card comes in, because Four of Cups in reverse. So that stubbornness and that, not seeking opportunity and change is reversed. So that means we did seek it, and we are seeking it now, right? And then we have Seven of Swords. I mean, we were being like running away from our problems. I mean, we're taking some with us, obviously, but we're running away from the rest of them, or we were trying to, or we didn't know that these existed. We just tried to take whatever on that we could. And this card can also mean theft and dishonesty, but obviously that's within ourselves, right? And since that's in reverse, we're coming out of that dishonesty. We're looking at our problems this month. King of Swords. I mean, this is exactly what we strive to be. Right? I mean, we're striving for that empowerment and clarity and mental stability. And we are ambitious people, but with Aquarians, we have so many ideas running through our heads, right? We start like this project and that project and this one, and oh my god, I have this idea and that idea, and we start a bunch of shit, but we can't necessarily like always follow through with it and finish those projects or ideas. And that's because we feed off of so much different energy. Like, other people's energy really does affect us. So when we get into a new project, if we have a partner in that new project or whatever, and it's our idea, and they're not doing like exactly what we want them to do or what our idea specifically needs in order to be perfect, we kind of just move on because we have another good idea. We have our heads are just full of like really interesting, scientific, artistic ideas. And this is why it's kind of hard for me to talk about this right now, because I've been dealing with a lot lately, and maybe it's getting too personal, but I hope some of you guys can relate to this. But it's like, this was us last month, and for a couple months before that, literally trapped, literally feeling like I can't get out. Like, I need to get out of a certain situation, whether that's a relationship or a job, that you were feeling like you just don't belong, and you feel trapped. But what's awesome is that we come out of that this month. We come out of that entrapment. We're getting a sense of release, and it's slowly coming. I'm trying not to cry because I'm doing a reading, so I'm trying to like not put every single one of my emotions into this reading, but I am an Aquarius, so you know how we can get. We want to cry a lot, but we We can hold it in and tuck it back in if it's necessary. You know, all those emotions run in our heads. But anyway, we're coming out of this month, which is awesome. We're seeking the help that we need. We're seeking that guidance, right? And Eight of Wands in reverse. So that moving forward, that news, that travel this way, it actually reeled us back in a little bit. And we have to take a step back in order to get to here. This celebration. I mean, we're not quite here yet, but we're getting here. We're getting here. It's just taking a little bit of work, but we're progressing. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And this definitely has to do with money, obviously, right? But this battle, our internal battle of trying to find the career and project that we fit into, giving us that money is the trick. Because we can do things we're passionate about and not necessarily make a shit ton of money. But we need to do what we're passionate about, because let me tell you something. I was doing something, you know, well, first of all, I'm getting my master's degree right now. And I was studying a subject that I didn't necessarily like, but I did it because it's what everyone thought I should do, or it's what I thought I should do to please people and look good and have this corporate career that, you know, I mean, I tried that shit. I fucking hate it. You know? I mean, I can't sit at a desk for 8 hours a day and stare at a computer screen and type in a bunch of bullshit that I don't care about and go to meetings that I really don't, I'm so goddamn bored in, that I'm like, what am I doing? What am I giving? Who am I helping by being here? I'm not helping me. I'm not helping anyone else. So I had to make a change. I had to discover what made me happy. And I just am recently in the process of changing my master's program to a different form, a different study, different major. So I'm really excited about that. And this applies to all Aquarians right now. We're in the process. I mean, we're never going to get out of our heads, but if we seek help and talk to people about it, completion, happiness, joy, pure bliss. You know, if you stay stuck in something that you fucking hate, and I mean, what are you gonna do? You'll be miserable every night and like, I don't know. Sorry, this is like a long video already. I still have to pull from the Goddess Tarot deck, and I wanted to read a little something and then I'll pull an angel card. But if you guys are sticking with me, thank you. This is just a very, like, let's get it out type of video. But yeah, enlightenment. We had this enlightenment to get to here. To get to here. Okay? It's good. It's gonna be good. We just have to be a little patient and do a little work. And I mean, you know, making phone calls and doing certain things, making that effort. And I think once we're done with all that stuff, we'll get here this month. Now let me read a little something from this little book I found in my mom's room. It's called Make Peace with Yourself, Meditative Moments by Ruth Fischel, if that's how you say her name. Okay, so here's this little thing. As we begin to allow ourselves to have our feelings, as we learn how to watch them and get to know them, we learn that the feelings don't stay. They move on to make room for other feelings to come in. By having our feelings and getting to know them, we will see that they will fade out and pass on. New feelings will move into fade to pass on, so that the new feelings from the new experiences can come in. We just learn to go with the flow, no longer controlled by our feelings. Do you want to take a little peek at that? I just thought that was really perfect this month because we have to talk about our feelings. We have to let them out. Okay, let's pull from the Goddess deck, and then we can pull an angel card. Okay, so I already had 3 pop out, so let's line these up. Okay. This is cool. Ready? Alright. So, what we have here, first of all, denial. This is us wrestling with ourselves in that, well, I can do this, you know, I'm gonna do this, and this job is fine, I guess, but, or this, you know, major is fine, I guess, but I just, it'll work. I mean, I guess I'll make money, but no. Coming out of that into, this is awesome, crone transmutation. Dropping that old shit, phoenix rising from the ashes. I mean, come on. And then we have cleansing. Right? I mean, this is what we're doing right now. 5 of Cups. Cleansing. And then guess what? We have the World. The World. This is our month. We're coming into ourselves. We have to do what makes us happy and not what we think others will be happy with. You know, sometimes we care too much about how people see us. But we'll fight through it. Okay? Let's pull an angel card for Aquarius, May 2017. Abundance. I think it's pretty clear. We're working on it. We're getting through it. This is awesome. I feel good about this month. Okay? If you have any questions, you can go to my website and click contact, and that just will email me, and I'll respond immediately because I think it's important to answer any questions that you guys may have about this specific reading. And then also you can book a private reading through there if you want. And follow me on Instagram, Palladian Star Goddess Tarot. And I love you guys, and we'll get through it together. Bye, Aquarius.